Well, here's my little camp for the night. Decided to do some snow camping. It's a Wednesday, so there's nobody up here. I'm up off one of the little spurs off Forest Road 70 up near Greenwater, using a summer tent as a winter tent. But I have a secret weapon for that, which will be super awesome. The little Colorado struggled to get up some of these spots. Sure would be nice if it had a locker in the rear, but that's okay. Just do the full send up the hill. It's lightly snowing. It's in the mid-30s last time I checked. Should be a nice little night. I was going to bring my propane fireplace, but I totally forgot it. But I did bring some real wood, so I guess I'll have to clean up the little fire pit there and make a fire. There's a little snowmelt creek a ways up there. Forest Road 70 is not too far out. Just barely see it through the trees on that line right there. That's 70. Haven't seen anybody go by since I've been here. Of course, it is almost 5 p.m. Wednesday night, so I doubt there's anybody out here as nutty as me. Well, that's it for now. Alright, it's time to chill out and hang out in the tent and read my Kindle that I brought. That's my secret weapon against the cold. The Wave 3. I can already feel it warming up in here. I just took the line, this tent, the bottom is just connected to the top with Velcro, so I just parted it and stuck the line through it, and the tent's sitting out there 12 feet away, or the propane tank's sitting out there 12 feet away with a bag on top of it to keep the snow from getting all over it. I got the door cracked a little bit and a couple windows cracked. I don't even know if I probably won't sleep with that on. But just in case I need more, I brought an electric blanket that plugs into 12 volt, and I got my little Blue Eddy 500. So, should be good. Should be good. Let's see how much snow we get. I parked in a spot where to get out of here it's all downhill, so in case I have any problems, that downhill will help. I brought chains, but unfortunately I brought the wrong set, so they're not going to do me any good. I got a couple traction boards, but that should be alright, unless it snows like 20 inches tonight. Hey, look at that. There's a headlamp that I've been looking for. Alrighty, mellow out, chill out time now. Yep, still coming down. Pretty lightly though. Nice little fire going. Snow everywhere. I think it's probably snowed maybe 3/4 of an inch. It's pretty light. Oh, it's getting heavier, but pretty light snow. Hopefully the tent won't collapse if it really picks up tonight. I don't think it will though. It's pretty strong hubs on these things. Chair is covered with snow. Where the propane line's going in. Here's the propane tank. Plastic bag on top of it. That way it doesn't get all frozen and turn into a big slush mesh. Ugh. My mouth is frozen. Doesn't turn into a big snowball, ice ball mess on top of it. Just put a big chunk of wood on the fire. Brought some wood from home that's mostly cured out from a spruce tree that I cut down last year. I can't remember when the last time was I camped out here. Oh, it's picking up now. That's pretty cool looking. I guess it doesn't look as cool on the camera though. Well, the Wave 3 is still doing good. It's got to be down in the 20s out there, maybe the upper 20s. It's very chilly. I just went out and knocked all the snow off the top of the tent because it would accumulate and then slide off. It's kind of disturbing at times. Almost drift off to sleep, and all of a sudden a bunch of stuff slides down and lands right next to my head outside. So I'd go knock all that off. I made my own little stand for the Wave 3. Just 2x4s, 2x2s, a piece of plywood. The plywood's not actually screwed in, that lifts up so the whole thing just comes apart. And there's just 2 screws that secure it. Works pretty good. It's surprisingly quite a bit warmer in here than it is outside. It's very chilly out there. Just been hanging out reading my book. I probably would be asleep if I hadn't decided to have like 3 cups of coffee earlier, but that's okay. I need to do some reading anyway. Got the Wave on the low setting. I had it on the high setting at first, but the low setting seems to work all right. This is a pretty awesome tent, pretty spacious. Gazelle T3. Well, it's about midnight. A little while ago, a couple of vehicles came up the main road. Actually, they stopped. You can't see it, but main road's over there, a couple 100 feet. They stopped and talking, yakking away, and it woke me up. So decided to get up in case they were stuck or something. But I think they were just deciding how much further to go. So after a little bit, they went on up the road further, and then about 10 minutes later, turned around and headed on out. But I did get woke up, so I decided I would go ahead and cook something to eat. Cooking myself a elk steak that my neighbor gave me. Be pretty tasty. I don't even know if those people would have seen my little camp here or not. The fire was really down low, and the outside lights were all off. The only thing that they might have seen, I walked over there to look over to see if you could see my camp or not, and even with these lights on, they would have been able to see the green glow stick there if they'd been in the right spot. So they may have known I was here, maybe not, who knows. But they didn't come down. They didn't come down my little piece of road. Well, you can't see nothing out here, huh? It's dark. Just barely, little tiny bit of snow coming down. Top of the tent is still clear, and the top of the pop-up shelter is still clear. I was worried that thing was going to fill up and rip the canvas all to pieces. But looks like I'll be all right. 31 degrees. Just checked it a little while ago. Feels colder than that, but I don't usually hang out in the cold, so my cold tolerance is not as good as it should be. Yep, time to flip a steak. Yeah, I always end up forgetting one thing, at least during a camping trip. Last time I forgot to bring coffee cups. So I got these horrible sounding things. Like the last one at Fred Meyer. Just keep them in there all the time. Plus I got my normal cup. But this time I forgot to bring utensils. So I'll use the Les Stroud survival knife as the knife, obviously, and then I'll use a hot dog roaster as my fork. My gyro would be super proud. I'm making do, and I didn't even have to make it out of duct tape. Yep, it's the next morning. Still lightly snowing a little bit. Definitely looks like it's going to keep snowing all day right now. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow stacked up on the mirror there. Good little camp last night. I stayed warm enough. I kept the heater going all night. There's a little stream up there. Making some coffee. Time to pack up pretty soon. Yeah, pretty much got the truck all packed up. I opted to just have coffee for breakfast. Yeah, packing up in the snow after you get done camping sure warms you up, except for your hands if you don't wear gloves, like I did not wear. I didn't put the tent or anything or the canopy in their bags because they're all covered in snow. I'm gonna have to set them back up in the garage anyway, so I just threw them in there and threw a mat on them. I got a shovel and then these two things. I haven't tried these yet. They're not Max Tracks. I don't remember what brand they are. They're the American version, no. Oh, Action Tracks. Action. Where's it at? Action Tracks. That's what they are. They're the same price as Max Tracks, though. But hopefully I won't have to use them, but I got them in case I need them. The key, one of the keys, camping in the weather like this is have something to cover your window. That way you don't have to scrape it in the morning. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. It's a Frost Guard Plus. I got it at Walmart. Just a canvas basically with 2 rods that go up the ends here, and then the little flaps go in the door. Yeah, I'll get all the snow cleared off, get the truck warmed up, and see about getting out of here. Another good thing about that Frost Guard thing is the window wipers don't freeze to the hood. It's 30 degrees out, so it stayed in the 30s pretty much the whole day. All right, here's that fresh snow crunch. Doing good so far, but it's downhill. Some deep ruts. I have no weight in the back. That's what I screwed up. I forgot to put weight in the back. I usually put some sand in there. Now I've burned up my wood and a lot of my sleeping gear is in the back of the bed. That doesn't make much weight anyway, but very, very little weight in the back of this truck right now, so it could get a little squirrely. Alright, I gotta pay attention, so I'm done doing this filming thing.